Hello, hello, fellow mystical pirates. Welcome to Coma Pirate Radio, where all the pirate ships can tie each other together, make some beautiful knots, and talk about some amazing maps and figure some shit out. Today I'm going to do something a little different. Because, pirates, they always got to go a different way. Because how you going to find the treasure if you only take one path? So yesterday I did start thinking about plant medicine, mushrooms, ayahuasca, hallucinogens that are able to awaken your mind, to bring people into this spiritual state of being. And I thought a lot about how what I've looked into for many years now is the ability to do the same thing with my body without the hallucinogen. And what I've found is it has to do a lot with, obviously, the chemicals in your body, right? In your brain. The plant medicines change the chemistry. Now, if you work diligently on perfecting your body, and what I mean by this is you make sure that everything you put into your body not only is healthy, but is worshipped. You treat your body as a temple. You take care of the vibrations that come out of your throat. You take care of how you breathe. You take care of what you think. You find the physical exercises and practices that are uniquely important to you. Now, once you're able to really cleanse your physical body of all the shit, all the toxins, all the negative thoughts, you just have to get as pure in your physical body as possible because your physical body works for you. You are then able to create the same chemicals, right? You're able to control and utilize your body as a tool, therefore reaching the same kind of gnosis and bliss that you can when tripping on mushrooms or in an ayahuasca trip or peyote or any of the hallucinogens that take you to a different state. This brought me to Neptune. Okay, Neptune is the bartender at the party because Neptune is the planet of spirituality, astrology, collective consciousness. He's the god of the ocean, right? And he's in Pisces right now. It's very much this otherworldly bartender that wants to really reach out to save the world, for sure. So Neptune, please serve me a drink and listen to my woes. I find out that Neptune is in sextile with Pluto. Oh yes, sextile. It's exactly how it sounds. Opposition with the moon. Neptune is in trine with Venus and Mars. It's a friendship. Venus and Mars definitely are getting along with the bartender today, but they're both in opposition with Pluto. Now, let's dive into this card spread, and I decided to ask questions for each aspect. So what about this sextile with Pluto? Neptune. The emo kid is getting drunk at the bar and definitely turned on. I pulled the Eight of Swords. It's all in your mind, shifting and moving your reality. Your experience is how you think about a situation. Like if you're in a traumatic situation, let's say you're a pirate in the middle of a thunderstorm and you're stressed out and screaming at everybody and going completely bullshit crazy, your experience is going to be very different than the crazy captain that's screaming love into the storm and screaming exhilaration and like, yeah, motherfucker, try and get me. Just try and pull me down. You ain't gonna pull me down. This boat is not gonna sink. I felt that this card was absolutely confirmation about plant medicine. Yeah. The elixir that Neptune serves you at the bar will shift your mindset, right? Like, come on. Get a little drunk and you definitely can get up there and do some singing, do some karaoke. And the bar is a safe place to be when you're drinking elixirs. Because that bartender is going to take care of you, especially the Pisces bartender. The watery, loving Pisces energy. Neptune has your back. But this card is also telling me that we can learn to wield the swords. Now it's a sword. The Eight of Swords. You feel the swinging of the swords. And the mind is an extension of the body, like a sword is an extension to your arms and your hand. And if you perfect the body and your brain, your chemistry, your ethers will be able to reach the same gnosis and the same visuals as if you were on any hallucinogen. Now, I know, those of you that trip balls a lot. I have tripped balls. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely, I've explored it. And I know that the perspective is it's way, way different. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, you know what? Have you ever reached that state without the hallucinogen? And then tell me how different it is. So I wanted to look into this opposition to the moon. Neptune in opposition with the moon, the mirror. What is this? And I pulled a Four of Swords, which instantly felt like the Eight just separated. It just fell into the Four. Opposition is the other side of the party. The mirror is directly opposite, way over there. Oh, way over there. So the bartender can't really see into the mirror of the moon. It's obscured. And with the Four of Swords, it gives a very rational, stable, square mindset to Neptune. With this energy, he or she may be lifting an eyebrow. Like, really? You think you can reach that kind of state without hallucinogens? Without me? You know, and then I realized that, yeah, the hallucinogen is able to basically eradicate this Four of Swords. The rational brain. The rational brain that tells you you're not really seeing what you're really seeing. The rational brain that's like, that snaps you out of gnosis, that's like, oh, wait, that's just a shadow. That's just, oh, I thought that was a spirit, but in actuality it was just the cat moving. Well, why can't it be both? Because the rational brain tells you it can't be both. opposition to the moon. So now let's look into this trine with Mars and Venus. And I pulled the Jack of Hearts. Of course, with this energy between Venus and Mars, the blessed lovers, the sacred masculine and sacred feminine, we have a heart. All the lovers' emotions. This makes me feel of the emo kid. Yes, the emo kid getting drunk at the bar. The sweet, loving outsider. Just a bit tipsy. Forgets that he's not in his own bedroom, and all of a sudden, you know, that emo kid becomes the life of the party. Ageless. You know, that good old romantic movie. Oh my God. The L Word. Talk about Pisces energy. Just the emotional patterns of love. The exploration in between the masculine and the feminine. The play. The swing. You know, Venus and Mars were just together in Cancer. And now Mars has moved on into Leo. Oh, Leo. That's a great place for the sacred masculine to be. Oh, the lion with that golden mane. Oh, my God. Interesting, because I instantly think of Venus when I think of golden locks of curly hair. Love is strong. Love is magnitude. And Neptune is bringing this love into Pluto with this sextile. You know, Pluto, the god of the underworld, the dwarf, the planet that loves death, killing stuff, carnage. Ooh, what? Oh my God. Poor Pluto. You know, last night we watched this amazing movie called Pearl. First thing that caught my eye was that it was called Pearl. And if you read my journals, then you'll understand that this was the first human that I really fell deeply in love with. And absolutely had curly blonde hair. Long curly blonde hair. This movie, though, was amazing. It brought visual beauty into a horror movie. It was amazing. The underworld. Now, talk about change of perspective. And you know, Beep told me that he told me the story of taking some acid at a haunted insane asylum right before we watched this movie. I mean, he's old enough to explore, and he's a starseed. But anyway, talk about being able to walk through hell and see the beauty in it. Now this is something we should all think about in Pluto's domain. So now let's wrap it all up, and I asked, what's the last thing you would like to say, Neptune? Oh, Neptune, the bartender. What would you like to say? And I pulled the magician. Of course. You are the master of your world. You are the loving owner of your body. Now, I know the words master and owner sometimes to some types of energy, mostly Virgo. Because, you know, it's that ownership. You don't own me. You ain't no master of me. But then if you think about being a loving pet owner, you think that dog thinks that about you? You think your lap dog is like, you don't own me? No, that lap dog is like, oh, I love you so much, I will do anything for you. It's not about ownership. It's about, I belong to you. We belong together. As magicians, we create pets, mascots out of the elements: earth, fire, water, air, and Akash. These elements, once they are a part of us, they are a loving connection, can help us perfect our body. Because when we're about to feed ourselves, we wouldn't dare feed something that our dog is allergic to. You have to be careful what you feed your dog. I mean, if it's a lap dog. Not if it's a jungle dog that eats anything. Good old hound dogs, man. That's why I love a good hound dog. They can eat anything. But no, your body cannot just consume garbage. Once you perfect your body in every way possible, as close to perfect as you can get. People say you can't reach perfection. I don't know. We are still human here, but we are able to tap into the cosmos because it is your body. It is the microcosm connected with the macrocosm. So above, so below. Your body is your temple. Remember that. Thank you so much for listening. Check out all of my other content. All the links are below. I've got all the stuffs. All the internet stuff. I am with my brother at the moment working on all of this internet stuff and working on the search engines and getting the algorithms correct and something called SEO. We're trying to get the ethers to work for me at the moment. Thank you so much. Whether you're traveling mentally or physically, may it be in love and light.